See, the bond was so beautiful. At a point, I actually wish you were in-laws. Just imagine, you actually married to one of his sons. Okay, that's on a lighter note.
Join them now. Los Zoom.
Okay, Martis, we talk later, eh? I need to go there and join them.
No problem at all. Thank you very much.
All right, meet your mommy.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Martins. My mom, she can be a lot.
Come on now. At all.
You see, Martis,
Ma?
there is a lot we mothers are going through. There's a lot of requests we need to give to the Lord. Our children,
Yes, ma'am.
their future, their lives, their choices in life. All of this must be brought to God's altar and soak it in prayer. Okay, that's remind me. That young man, Benga, that drama queen, or let me say the drama king now.
Mommy.
The more you are associating you.
Mommy, Beru.
Yes, Beru. I didn't see him at the birthday party of your mother. Is there any reason for that?
Well, I think work actually. It was unavoidably absent because of the work.
Your Zoom meeting.
Yes. Don't let me keep them waiting. Sorry, you see, as a mother with body, I was just wondering, how can a son miss his own mother's birthday? Isn't that immature?
Well, what happened was, because of the work, he got carried away.
Is he a baby to be carried away? That reminds me of the revelation I had about him. When Cecilia was madly in love with him.
Mommy.
You see, I saw Cecilia carrying a child.
Mommy, your Zoom meeting.
The interpretation is Benga. I want to call it
Beru.
It's not yet matured. Again, it is your mom, eh?
I will. Thank you so much. God bless you, ma. Thank you so
Let
much.
me go and join.
So, Cecilia, honestly, I really want to say thank you for...
Sorry, I have to check. In case Mommy disappears again and says she has a word of revelation.
Hey there, my name is Fola. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing episode 8 of ABATTOIR season 6. If you're interested, please keep on watching.
No one's going to take my seat.
I wonder who's more stubborn between you and your father. Chief Joe Sawyer.
You know my father?
I do. In fact, I was literally on a call with him. He's online. He's on the line.
Hello?
Martins?
The first thing I wanted to share was that scene where Engineer Kolakwa was making a speech on national news, I assume, and was saying something around, that he felt that their parties, the values were aligned, and he deflected. Yeah, I think that's the word. He joined the other party. That is not my problem in itself. I felt that speaks to his integrity, and I understand desperate desperate times calls for desperate actions or desperate measures. In his case, it's desperado. So they were like, you should make the decision now, and it was not really a good thing for him to actually leave those people and not actually think about them. I feel even if the party was not existing before, you still owe the stakeholders some explanation, and I really think that would speak to his person and his values and all of that. It's just a personal thing anyways. I wanted to speak to one thing he said jokingly, and I think it's very important. He mentioned alignment as to the party was joining, and it's important because the Bible says, can two work together except they be agreed? You can't actually work with some people if you've not aligned with their values and their belief, because if you are friends or you are working with people that you do not share the same vision, the same goals, they're not going the same direction in quotes, you're going to have problems. There's going to be conflicts of interest, as they would say. So I really believe that even beyond the joke and the whatever that I was saying in that movie, it was really, really a good one. Anyways, Papa Godwin, I think he's a nice person, but I also think that he has boundary issues. Now I'm going to explain. There's a difference between when someone is genuinely kind and the person does not know where to draw the line. And I'm saying this not because people should not do things like CSR or should not be gifting people from what they do or from their businesses. That is not my point. But my point is, when you want to do that, ensure that there's a quota of your business that goes into that. So it does not just garbage in, garbage out, or you just do anything. And in Papa Godwin's case, I don't think that he was the owner of the business, at least as we saw. So that's one. Number two, there was a complaint around his skills being obsolete, and he isn't updating himself in the relevant dispensation or the relevant civilization. That is in itself. I feel like that shouldn't be the only thing. Even though those guys they're not the kindest of hearts, they were really nonsense in their behavior, and I'm still going to talk about them in the course of my review. But really, I'm really grateful to God that Papa Godwin found favor and somehow made its way to the company of Engineer Kolakwa. Not even because he necessarily got a job or is now a celebrity photographer, but I really felt that because from his speech, he looks as though he's a believer. He looks as though he's saved now. So I'm just really good. Okay, this is good and godly counsel, and at least they've known way back, and he can at least talk some senses or at most intercede for him. So that is just a really good one personally for me. Also, when Mama Gbero was sharing that sermon, the first thing I said, I was like, I beg you. So if you are fighting with a child, or I'm just using the physical analogy, one of the most reasonable things that you would do as an elderly person is to make peace with that child. you wouldn't necessarily want to wait for that child because number one, you're advanced in age or you know better. Let me use that word. So I want to believe that part of the place Mama Gbero was coming from, giving that idea how to Martins was because she understood that Martins was grown in the spirit much more than Gbero is. And I honestly want to believe that's the case because even though at first I know that those things were not easy, but really when I sat down and reasoned with her, I'm like, actually I think this thing is correct. I think what Mama Gbero is saying is true. And I'm so fast forwarding now. I'm so glad that Martins actually reached out to Gbero and made peace with him and actually spoke. It was just so beautiful to see. Honestly, I really enjoyed that. But I also wanted to talk about that scene where Gbero was in the office and I think bosses were talking to him and says, oh, he was not doing well. The weight of his responsibility was not carrying it. He was not doing so much that he should or he was doing before. And when he was just saying those words in his office, I just felt like this man has come to the end of himself, and that's one of the things that God really loves to see. Sometimes we just too gara means we're just priding in our physical abilities, or we've just strayed from understanding the place of the grace and the mercy of God, that we pride so much in what we can do, in our achievements, in our skills. Why that is good in itself, that it is not enough. It is not enough. So I'm so grateful that he's trying, or he's coming gradually to the place of himself. It's just like that prodigal son that says he came to himself, and I'm like, I'll go on to my father's. How many areas have I done my father that I'm doing rubbish here? Like the grace of God has appeared unto all men, much more someone that has actually accepted the lordship of Jesus. But well, in Gbero's case, he's not using that lordship. He just accepted him as his savior, not his lord. That is a story for another day. Anyways, Mommy Gloria's character has to be arguably my best character in this season. Yeah, in this season 6, apart from Baba Gbero, that is my best character, and I'm not joking, because some of the things that Mommy Gloria's character said, that's Cecilia's mom, in this episode, it seems as though maybe she was talking too much or she was joking, but they were so instructive and they were so prophetic. So take for instance, he kept talking about which kind of job are you doing that does not give room for your family? You are not married. So when we talk about your family now, you have a mom, the dad had passed. So I'm expecting him to actually pay close attention, to his family. So let's assume that he was busy. That job that he was doing, that did not make him actually call his mom. It was questionable. It was just a very irritating behavior, and I so much love it that Mommy Gloria's character pointed that out. And when she was giving clue, I felt like she was giving clue about Cecilia's wedding or marriage to Martins, when she kept saying, I wish we were in-laws and all of that. Yeah, apologies, but I really love it. The next one I wanted to talk about is if audacity, if fashionable folly, indeed it gets word, we're human. Raise them. It will be who? Alfred and Frederick. Frederick, that's his name. You people, wait, let me remove Frederick and go to Alfred. You people you didn't sack him, you removed this person, someone that's given 10 years of their life. Let's assume that he didn't actually want to change. He didn't have a growth mindset. You could have let him go honorably. You people chased him out like a dog. Of course, life is in seasons. Really, life is in seasons. You don't want to stay out of relevance. You treat people nicely, because if they had treated him nicely, he must probably still be at that studio. You see that part that he now saw, it would have been their honor. But see how people used to shame others. You'd be like, because now you're in vogue. Now they have left vogue. Because now he's not looking like even Papa Godwin has actually now developed himself. Because from the picture of the studio we saw a backdrop. We saw that he was working with a younger photographer. I don't know if it's an apprentice or someone that was working with him. So yeah, it wasn't the end of it anyways. But see how God really honors people. See how God really doju totas, aka enemies. Yeah, you people are audacious and it's annoying. Partnership? Are you kidding me? Partnership? You people have to be like, you got to be kidding me. Maybe they were having a laugh. You people, you did not hook your throats. Partnership. I'll say partnership. Anyways, let me move on. Engineer Kolapo, I'm taking a deep breath. May we not be defenseless. Again, I won't be saying it again, but I've said it repeatedly on my channel that thing that Chidrosoya mentioned, isolation, that is what the devil is trying at. But I'm so grateful to God. Thank God for the ministry of gatekeepers. And I'm really grateful to God, because now it's okay like somebody is going, but another person is coming. No, it's a lie. Devil, you will not have this one. Devil will say no to you over the generation. Hasha! Let the army roar. Hey! Apologies. I just said I should dramatize more. I'm so happy because now Akin is leaving. Martin Durosoya is coming. So Martin now has direct contact with the Father. In case he go and see vision. If you don't get somebody that will be praying, that will be orchestrating. One thing I just really hope that Martins does is he leads into the spirit of wisdom, because someone like Engineer Kolapo, you can actually penetrate through their system and their beliefs and what they want to do and their desperado without using the wisdom of God, because it seems as though they are not easy what's it called, they are hard not to crack. That's the word. So I don't think that anyone would do it with Gaga. I really think, excuse me, that if Martins is going to try to penetrate and reach out to him, he's going to be through the wisdom of God. And now, I don't like to be sentimental with my reviews, even though I like some character more, and I'm going to talk about something. I personally believe that even as part of the behavior, the way Aki was behaving is part of the orchestration of the devil too. Because see someone that's been lifting his hand up these days, or that we've seen has been talking some senses to his head. That thing was really unnecessary. What's the back and forth about? You already know that this person is not only desperate, he's under heavy manipulation of the devil. And because there's a confliction or a merging together of some interaction of his ego and the fact that, oh, he's elderly or he was his boss and all of that, I expected much from Aki, honestly. That's the insult, the calling of name. No, it was not necessary. Even though Kolapo too, you know, they go to Yaba, but yeah, you understand what I'm saying? I really love to say it as it is, but I really think that Aki could have done better. Yeah, that's personally what I think. But I'm so happy for the worthy replacement. Thank God for the blessings of spiritual parents and earthly parents as well. Thank God that word kept coming forth, and Martins insisted to not. But wait, so as Martins has gotten this position, and what did Mr. Frank get? Sorry for the laughter. I just kept thinking about it. I'm like, this man is in deep soup. Because imagine the wife that she didn't really do. Now that the Martins has gotten the job, because boy, again, maybe when he resumes, he's not going to find that like it's Martins that got the job. Hey! Sorry, another challenge, but yeah, you're going to overcome it. It's none of my business. Anyways, that scene, what do they call see next? So we are saying now that next see next. Anyways, Engineer Kolapo is going to sign with his blood. Life is deeply spiritual. Well, I have 3 guesses. As me, I'm not the person that wrote it. It's Dibaba that wrote it, and I'm not set. I have 3 guesses. It's either it's a dream or a vision from God or from people close to him that he has saying it, or it actually happened in real time and he signed that contract, or he's actually going to leave those places. So that's 3 of the that's the 3 guesses I have. But honestly, they're not the shock us in this season. So I'm not going to be shocked if my guess does not fall in those 3 categories. But I just hope that it falls in those 3 categories. Those are my strong. But I just really want to think that, okay, maybe it's a warning from God to him or someone close to him that saw it, or he's going to sign it, or he's going to leave them. But you see that leave them is going to put him on the edge. He's in deep what? It's in deep soup. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I've talked about J. Mikey's character, Mr. Frank. Anu can shame me. That means Anu and shame me. That means I pity him. I pity his family. Because that is wife with his sharp mouth. Well, my expectation with Celia's mom dropping clue on a treasure hunt here and there. I'm looking forward to seeing the possible growing of that blossomy of that relationship. Yes. But I just really hope that in the next episode, that Bero would further come to himself. He needs to draw away from Natalie. And that is going to be a bit hard. Because Natalie now has a hold on him. Why? Because they've had sexual interaction. So now it's not much more than being his friend. It's way deeper. And that's one of his plan. When I mean he's now Grandmaster. To get through. Because I don't want to believe Natalie is doing that on his own. To spite. That Natalie's character, they vex, but I know they vex now, I'm a Grandmaster, Abby. But I just really hope that he draws to God, because drawing back from Natalie now physically without drawing to God first, without going to God first, is going to be very hard, because that girl is not only going to suspect, he's going to know that something has gone on. But I hope that, like Martins promised, he's going to pray for him. And I also hope that Bero is going to submit a spiritual authority, because that's one thing we are not talking about. I think he feels like he's self-sufficient and he does not have a problem. While I don't think he has a problem, but I think he has a challenge. I go. Yeah, I really think so. I really think that he needs to submit to someone, talk to the person, so that his normalized nonsense can be edited. Like, he can be a better person, but it's a lot. His nonsense is a lot. It's a lot, and he needs to work on it. I just hope that this blesses you. Excuse me. I hope that some of the lessons I share made sense. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe on your way out. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Fola Ademilola. If you see me for the first time, welcome. In today's video, I reviewed episode 8 of ABATTOIR. I also speak on faith, I speak on lifestyle, I speak on personal development and unscripted worship. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 3K or more before the end of August. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you soon.